right, thanks for joining me on today's episode. I'm up in Brisbane and we have come up for two reasons. One, today got to hang out with my father-in-law for his 75th birthday, which was pretty cool. The weather up here has been rough, lots of rain, but it was still a great day. And now heading across to our favorite Thai restaurant here to have a birthday dinner with my family. So I'm just heading over there after this. Really looking forward to it. Love Thai food, and it's kind of cool to be up in a city. Like, because I live rurally, coming to the city's an adventure. It's like, whoa, wow, check this place out. Like, so many advertisements and so many people. And you know, the interesting thing is it works pretty well. Like, cities are truly amazing things. I personally would not swap it. I'm not going to go and live in a city, but man, they're wonderful places to visit and for a holiday. A little bit against what everyone else is doing. Like, we rarely run into traffic because the traffic's all coming from the city down to Byron versus we're against it. And then when we're coming home, they're all coming home. So it's somewhat liberating to be free-flowing while everyone else is stuck in traffic. Nonetheless, today's topic, I just got notification that a 34-inch widescreen monitor has arrived at my VA's home in the Philippines. And I wanted to talk about that. You might say, why would you buy a 34-inch widescreen monitor for your VA? And the reason for that is that this replicates my setup. I have a 49-inch Dell, which really is too big. Like, it is pushing the boundaries of too big. It's like two 27-inch monitors joined together. And I read a bunch of reviews. They're significantly more expensive than just buying two 27-inch monitors. But the advantage is that if I run 3 screens on it, which often I will, that there's no bar in the middle. It doesn't break up the flow if I look directly at that middle screen. Now, my preferred setup, which is exactly what my VA is going to have as well, is to have a laptop driving the widescreen monitor. So I can have 2 or 3 windows open, plus my desktop is free. So I download everything to my desktop, and I will download and upload a lot of files. So I just download to the desktop and chuck them in the bin. And this keeps my desktop clean. It keeps my computer from filling up with endless files. And it means that all of those files are really readily accessible should I need them. And I found this to be a significant increase in productivity. And that's what I want for my VA as well. So the widescreen in itself should lead to a significant increase in productivity, like the capacity to have the standard operating procedures or the instructions and the actual work and be able to pull this off. I'm expecting 25% increased productivity. So while that investment of a widescreen monitor may seem like a pointless expense, when he goes from working on a 13-inch monitor to actually having a 13-inch monitor plus a widescreen where he can put 3 windows, suddenly the work that can be done is more accurate. It gets done more effectively. And the lesson out of this is how important structure is in determining function. Like, if you compare 2 VAs, and let's say that they're exactly the same, they've got the same skills, they type it the same, they think the same, they're identical in all aspects, except one's working on a 13-inch monitor and one's working on a 13-inch monitor with a 34-inch widescreen. My expectation is it could be 25, even 30% more productive to have that VA with the widescreen. And so I'm expecting that to show up. I'm like, look at this. Error rates have gone down. Productivity's gone up. He's getting more done in the same available time, which is what I want. And so this might be something that you consider for your team, like having a look at how their desktops are set up. I have found this laptop with a widescreen to be really good. It is more money, and I reckon the sweet spot's around that 38. If you've got Western team members and you're like, you know, how big should I go? The 49s are enormous. Like, they really are quite an enormous screen. But Dell and a bunch of other companies make cool 38s. I haven't tried the 34 myself, but I figured that the price differential on it, like, I was just like, look, I just want you to have at least the capacity to have 2 decent widescreens, or potentially have 3 smaller screens on the widescreen. So look, overall, the message is that structure determines function, and an investment like this should significantly increase my VA's workload, my VA's capacity to actually use procedures far more effectively. If that's something that interests you and you can see that the way that you structure your business affects your efficiency and your effectiveness, and guess what that translates to? Straight down to your profit, how much money you take home, as well as how fast you can grow and scale. You don't get this stuff on point? Hey, guess what? You are going to be up against somebody who does, and they're like, you walk into their business and they've all got laptops with 38-inch widescreens, as well as they've said, you know what, we want our VAs on that as well. You are going to get smoked. I mean, unfortunately, there is just such a significant advantage in the way that structure determines function that this is something you should consider. All right, I hope you found this helpful. If you want some help with this, head over to systemio.dev, pop in your name, pop in your email address, grab the training there. Thanks so much for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode where we continue this adventure in effectiveness for running your business. See you then.